Oh yeah, Smokedown's back. Shout outs to our boy MMA, the hype killer MMA from last week, who made a guest appearance. And we were all cheering for Max, but it was a close one, man. And we'll go over that. But like, I just bring that up off the top because just shout outs to MMA hype killer and shout outs to Max Griffin.
Shout out
You
to
know.
Max Griffey. That was a close fight, man. Sucks. Split decision. It's usually it's either one of them that gets a nasty split decision.
Yeah, I mean it was crazy. I mean, I did understand like he was kind of fading in the last rounds, and Chris Curtis. It's just like the theatrics made it look better. I feel like Chris Curtis seemed energized, and then when he got hit, it wasn't phasing him as much.
Yeah,
Um,
and then I wish they would have replayed that low blow, the low blow. You know what I mean? Because it did look like it was to the gut, and like
yeah,
they really didn't emphasize on replaying that.
yeah, exactly. There was some sketch stuff that the refs could have been better at for sure. But we'll recap real quick here. We'll start with the hype killer. He just like last time he was on the show, he actually also went 1-3, but he'd be going for that big plus money. So this time he actually broke even. The ones he got wrong here, he had a Steve Garcia KO plus 220. That went the distance, but Steve Garcia pretty much dominated.
Yeah,
Um,
he showed he's for real.
yeah, and is Calvin Cater washed now officially or what?
I mean, that and also just Garcia he's the real deal.
Yeah, but Cater's not going to be a contender as far as titles and stuff. Anything that's over with.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
And then he also had a parlay of Jake Matthews who won, and then Max Griffin and Steven Thompson. Those were all dogs, so it was like I didn't do the calculation, but big plus
Close
money.
fights, close fights. Though a lot of people were saying Stephen Thompson. They believed he won that fight. So
Yeah, that was close, man. And I hate that he split his shin really bad. So I mean, I feel
his
like
own.
yeah, like looking at it, like sometimes it just looks like he's damaged because of that. You know what I mean? But he was throwing kicks and they were going. So he's not super washed or anything like that. He still was competing against top notch people, and he's only fighting the best. Like top notch people. So that was close. And then of course we talked about Max Griffin, and then the last parlay he missed was Steven Thompson again, parlayed with the Black Beast. Lewis came through. Man, that was kind of crazy because obviously I picked Teixeira to win the fight. But like every Derek Lewis fight, the breakdown's always the same, right? It's like, is he going to knock the fool out or not? And he's always live for a knockout. This time, hey, I like it because he caught dude, and then he was just down to keep swinging. I think he never backed down, and that was huge because Teixeira, like we talked about, like he just likes to pressure and try to overwhelm opponents. But in the heavyweights against a seasoned vet, can't always do that. So
He was cracking Derek Lewis too. I mean, the fight was only 35 seconds, but
mhm.
to his credit, also that for sure was a early stoppage.
Yeah, I thought originally, speaking about that stoppage, I originally thought that they stopped it because dude was grabbing the fence and trying to get up to with both hands on the fence. So I thought they were going to stop it and like take a point away or whatever it is, and then they just ended it out of nowhere. So I was like, wait, what?
Cause I was recording it on my phone because he had him hurt. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this finish real quick. So I was like recording just for my snap. And then all of a sudden he's like, I see him getting up, and in my head I'm like, fuck, he's getting up. And then I was like, he's about to come back. And then all of a sudden the ref stopped. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, I started laughing. I was like, hey, I'll take it. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
we'll
So
take
I
it.
mean, we were right about like we talk about the odds being a little wide, right? Like that's the main thing is like
That was pretty crazy, bro. Like plus 270, and like dude never fought nobody. His first fight was against, no disrespect, but top
I
of the
can.
line. Not it, bro. And then that fight, and then against Derek Lewis, who fought everybody. Like, yeah. So shout out Derek Lewis, man.
Shout out Derek Lewis, man, and he did a viral interview after, as always. First of all, he
Yeah.
took off his drawers, mooned the crowd.
Pissed on the corner for the other people.
Damn,
He
that's
goes,
crazy.
pretend, please. Like,
Oh,
he
okay,
goes,
good. Or else he would have got arrested. If he actually peed on him.
yeah.
Classic,
Yeah,
classic.
but
Talking
what,
about.
how do we do on there?
All right, we actually both went 2-2 here. You went 2-2 plus 0.65 units. two dogs here. You got Jake Matthews at plus 135, and then the parlay came in, the greasy parlay with Mora, Bonfim, Charrier, and Petrino at plus 130. So that was good. Hey, Petrino, hey, at the weigh-ins, this fool might have been huge. Like he gained 40 pounds, but just a pure muscle. That fool was just larger. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
It's like more. It's not that much, but it's because he was fighting at like what 205, right? Well, what do you weigh in
Yeah.
at?
I think like 260 or something, like 250, 260, like something real heavy, bruh. And he was like noticeably larger. Like right when he stepped up, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the?" Because he still has the abs in, and like he's still hella fit. It's just everything was just larger, bruh. Like so, he did it the right way. I mean, he kind of slower, but
Got Brazilian acai.
yeah, that fool was crazy. And then the ones you miss here, we both miss actually. Calvin Cater plus 105. Obviously, looking at it now, that was a horrible bet on my part. I felt way better about Calvin Cater in this matchup, and he looked like shit. So, and then the other one was a close one. You had Derek Lewis parlay with Max Griffin. That was around plus 1100. That's a big one. That was close. It was a split decision on the Griffin, and that was rough.
That sucks, man. I thought they were gonna give it to him. I see how they could give what's the name the third round.
Yeah.
Like Max is doing more volume, but Curtis is doing the more impactful shots. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like the style of fighting is kind of rough. When he's like always moving back. You know what I mean? Because it was
Yeah.
working, though. Like he would move and then he'd stop and hit with that right. That was having a lot of success.
And then he mixed it up with the grappling, like we were saying at the beginning.
Kicks though were doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Kicks were doing solid, but then man, they just gave it to Curtis, which is crazy.
Yeah, I also think
The whole time, but
third round. I don't think it was a robbery in my opinion. It was close, so I think either way it would have been fine. But yeah, I personally I did score it 2 rounds for Curtis, even though I was cheering for Max and had money on Max. I just think the third round was the deciding one, and like the Max just looked super tired because he kept moving. He had to move so much, and then as he was getting hit, like he just got more and more tired. So, but shout out to him, man. That was pretty crazy. He came in a lot better shape, whereas like Chris Curtis looked drained. Yeah. And then for me, I went 2-2 as well, plus 0.55 units. The ones I got right was also Matthews at plus 135, and then Walter Walker plus 180. Hey, that.
man, I wish I would have fucking Max betted that shit.
Yeah, the sub we were talking about, someone was mentioning, and yeah, like that would have been like what, plus 400, plus 500, probably like in that range. And we all were like, no way he gets a third heel hook in a row, like like no way.
That's his move, man. He got that Rosamar power hair and shit.
Yeah,
That technique is crazy too. He just drops down like a leg and he just folds the other leg and he's able to. It's crazy.
and the thing is, when I was watching it, I had money on him, right? And I was actually like tripping at first because he was like dominating the fight because he attacked in and then he overwhelmed not what's his name, Kennedy, and we all knew like Kennedy at minus whatever, like a big favorite is not trustworthy based on his track record and like his willpower, and he was already getting overwhelmed, and then I was like, okay, cool, we're solid now, like we're just dominating, we're gonna dominate, and then when dude dropped down, I was like, wait, no, don't do that. Because I thought if he doesn't get this, he's going to be in a bad position and get pounded on, right? So I was like tripping. And then all of a sudden he got it. And I saw him get like a real lock. Like he was putting real effort in. And he started cranking that thing. And the dude's foot was like opposite way direction. And I was like, oh, shit. So it looked incredible. I was tripping out, but I was hyped. And the technique looked great, especially like as a heavyweight. You don't see that shit much like that at a heavyweight. Or at all, really.
He's gonna be hard to beat if you don't have like wrestling. It's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm. But his hands are no good, so we'll see.
Well, he can't say that he cracked Kennedy.
That's true.
He rushed him, cracked him a couple times, then he took him down. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't got like grappling, you're not gonna do good because even if his hands are so shitty, if you don't have grappling, he's gonna be able to take you down and just instantly go to that move and tap you out.
Yeah, if he gets a pure striker, it's gonna be tough.
If you have to be like a good sprawler and brawler, and at heavyweight, heavyweight's just so sketch now too. It's like who do you put him in? Like Who do you make him fight? You make him fight
Waldo
Usman now?
Acosta.
Usman's brother, Waldo Acosta, or fucking.
Waldo's good though. Yeah, Usman. That's a good one to start. I think Usman is good to see if he could step up with the grappling on grappling. And then I don't know if they fought already or not, but Waldo Acosta, I think Waldo is kind of ahead of Walter Walker right now as far as like he's done more. So like Derek Lewis was talking about fighting Waldo Acosta next.
Well, yeah, because he called him out too.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's a good matchup next. So I'm not gonna say that, but I want to see Walter Walker continue to see how he does, and is he gonna be better, or he kind of is already better than Johnny Walker? Yeah, so
It was
different, but
same kind of thing. Because Johnny Walker was on that streak where everybody thought he was dead.
I thought dude, when I first started really heavily, seriously betting on MMA, that was really like Johnny Walker was just starting in like the debut, and he was hyped. Man, I thought this fool was gonna be dope because his physique, no homo, like like his build, like is good, right? Like he's 205, he's big, he's strong, he's lanky. His striking looked good when he's striking air, but it's different when he gets in there. And his chin, okay, your chin has to be good the bigger you are. You cannot have no chin at 205 at any weight division, but at 205 and plus, like no way you can't have no chin, bro. That's sketch. But yeah, man. And then for me, the ones I got wrong, man. We talked about Cater already, and then of course the dumbass bet. Going into it, I thought it was good. Justin or Junior Tafa. Man, I thought he looked good as far as shape wise. He was all right at the beginning as far as his striking. When it was standing, he was cool. But as soon as he got taken out every time, same story of a Tafa brother. Looked like shit. Especially against fucking Turcos or whatever his name is. And he's like a bottom dweller in the division, you know what I mean? So, or maybe like we thought about, maybe he's a better than what we expected. That's also another thing. But yeah, I'm done betting on this Tafa thing, especially as a favorite. It's like he's one of those guys, knockout or nothing, right? So, but moving on, man, we're going to continue. I mean, I'll take the positive momentum and we're going to roll into this card that's super sick. UFC 318. For the BMF title, we got the trilogy and the retirement fight of Dustin Poirier. But we'll get into that at the end. It is in New Orleans, Louisiana, man. So the Bayou. But first up on this card, man, if y'all ain't got it, pull up the Tapologies. We're going in Tapology order. We got the horny fight to open it up. Carly Judas against Nicole Calinari. We got Judas, huge favorite right here, minus 300 to open the card. And the other way is, sorry, I didn't even see this yet. Oh, did they take the fight off? No. Oh, no, I'm tripping. The other one is plus 250. So we got Judas minus 300, Calinari plus 250. And I'll just talk about it because I actually have an opinion on this one, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm Judas all the way. No hot take as far as, yeah, minus 300 is a little much. But I think Judas is a lot better than her record. She's actually very durable as well. Well-rounded, could strike. But she could do a little grappling as well. And the only thing I don't like about the price is that she just came off of a huge head kick win off that Mexican chick, Dubin. And, of course, that's what everyone just seen. So people are going to be a little biased. And she's only lost 2 split decisions. So if it goes to a decision, I am a little concerned, but I think Nicole Calinari, she's not bad prospect either. She just lost to Ernesta by split decision, just like Carly Judas did. But yeah, I just think style-wise, and just overall skill set, I'm definitely going Judice here. I think she easily should be the favorite. Greasy parlay to open the night, maybe Judice by decision as well. I don't know what that is, but I just am probably not going to fire that, though, because I've seen Judice finish a lot of people surprisingly, so even on the ground. So, but I like Judice as a greasy parlay piece. What do you like?
Yeah, I'm going with
Judice, let me see her prop. Oh, Carly by points is still minus 130. So, yeah, it's all right. Next up, man, we got a more important fight probably. We got Bruno Ferreira against the rescheduled Jackson McVeigh, who's an undefeated prospect in the middleweight division here. This is the Hulk, if y'all know, and he's a huge favorite right now. Hulk, I saw him at minus 600 early. Now he's minus 700. The other guy, McVeigh's plus 500 here. That's real interesting, man. Any thoughts on this?
No, I mean last minute. Was he training for a fight? No.
Yeah, McVeigh was supposed to fight.
McVeigh was in those pullouts last week, but what about the Hulk one?
Yeah, the Hulk. I think he was supposed to fight. Let's see who he was supposed to fight. Oh, he was supposed to fight Ikram Aliskerov. And then Ikram pulled out, apparently. It says withdrew here. Yeah.
What's him by knockout? 'Cause, that's usually
That's kind of like his only. I wouldn't say his only method, but yeah, most likely method. Bruno Ferreira by KO is minus 130. That's a lot better, minus 700, because I think that's probably going to be his main way of winning, right?
Yeah. I mean, usually always is.
Yeah, and this is tough, man. McVeigh is brand new. We don't know too much about him. I don't. He came straight from the LFA, and he's been rescheduled twice. So I don't know if that it could be a good or bad thing depending. But I think for me, like I liked McVeigh. I actually bet on him when he was going against Dumas originally. But obviously, this is a huge step up. I think just power wise, but at the same time, I don't like minus 700 with Bruno Ferreira. Like Bruno Ferreira is, I just don't think he's at that skilled to the level where I'm like, okay, I like to minus 700, man. He probably should be like a minus 300, to be honest with you. So for me, I mean, for the pick, I like Bruno Ferreira, but I can't bet on this, man. If I'm gonna bet on anything, it's dog or pass for me. But I'm probably not going to do that either because I don't know much about McVeigh. But he could also pack a punch from the small amount that I've seen. He definitely is pretty well rounded and throws power too. So I think that you can't sleep on that, man. And you got to think about the under is under 1.5 at minus 250. That's kind of crazy. So they think someone's finishing someone here. But yeah, we'll move on. There's a lot of greasy ones. Once again, I think UFC is kind of starting to catch on, or they're just making these sketch ass matchup fights. Next up, man, we got Ryan Spann, and then we got Lucas Bresky. This is also interesting fight at the heavyweights, man. Spann, huge favorite once again. Like always, I feel like he's always a favorite. And he's been disappointing a lot of people. He's minus 210 right now. Wow. And then Bresky's 180 plus 180. Money's been coming in on Bresky, man. Definitely. What are your thoughts on this? And keep talking. I'm gonna have to close this door real quick. Hold on.
Good. Ryan Spann versus Lucas Bresky right here. In my opinion, it's a horrible fight. Spann minus 210 favorite. I mean, you could say he's worth it, but at the same time, it's like, man, it's spam. He's more like Ryan Spam, not Spann. But yeah, Bruce Bresky, another one who's really sketch. You don't know, like, what the hell. I mean, Bresky did beat, is he the one who beat Walter Walker in Walker's debut?
Yep. Beat him by decision.
I mean, yeah, like I said, Spann, a.k.a. Spam, is sucky, but I got to go with him for this, man. So you think he's so much potential, you know what I'm saying? Super bodied up, but it's just like when he gets in there, something crazy happens. But another fight at heavyweight, second fight at heavyweight, maybe he feels better against somebody that he should be able to get out. What's a Spann by, like, knockout? TKO.
Spann by knockout. I like that. Spann by knockout is my plus 160. Most likely outcome. Yeah, so they think that someone's getting finished here.
I want you to throw this in a parlay, like, that I don't really care about, of some favorites that I don't mind losing too much, you know what I mean? Like, 5 greasy, like throw 20 or something on there. But, yeah, if I was betting this, I'd probably sprinkle some on the knockout by Ryan Spann if you're trying to get some value out of this.
Yeah. Do you think Ryan Spann could also get a submission? What do you think about submission?
Yeah, that is. He does train, like, you know, out of the he's out of the Fortis MMA with, like, Josh Van and shit, right?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I could look it up. Let's see. Yep, I see it right away. Fortis MMA, big logo here.
So yeah, man, good camp over there. They've been bubbling the last 5 years, damn near. So you know, they got a title contender with Van. So yeah, what's the submission prop?
Plus 285 for Spann.
See, for me, I just think because they're just gonna start on the feet, and then the way Spann swings, the other guy is just gonna, like, probably maybe cradle up, in my opinion, and get rocked. But
yeah, inside the distance for Ryan Spann is minus 165, so they already know, like, that's probably how Span's gonna win is inside the distance. So yeah, I mean, for me, man, as the line's getting closer, I hate seeing it because it does concern me a little bit. Like money's definitely coming in on Bresky, uh, because I even saw Span at like minus 240 at one point. You know, so money's been coming in, but like it's hard for me to straight up pick Bresky, to be honest. Like Span, you don't know how he is coming in mentally, so that's always an unknown, and it's hard to quantify. And his record does not look sexy at all. He only beat old ass OSP, and outside of that, he's been getting beat by everyone, even though the competition level is better than Bresky. So I think this is a step down, and I think if Ryan Span loses here, I say he gets cut. You know, like especially with the contender series coming around. And to be honest, they could cut Bresky too. Win or lose, I think they could just cut Bresky. Like like they could just cut him too. So yeah, I'm with you here. I like Ryan Span. I actually think at minus 210 is kind of reasonable for this matchup because I think skill for skill, he's definitely superior in probably every facet of the game except for like maybe fitness or maybe I don't know. But Span, even though he looks like he's fit, like he gets tired. You know what I mean? So that part scares me too at the heavyweights because he looked kind of tired in his last fight. But I'm going with that. I just think it's good value at this point at minus like 210. And if it gets to minus 200, I'm definitely in. Next up, man, we got the 205 guys, Jimmy Crute against Marcin Prachniow. That's going to be a lot of big names on this card, but a lot of potential cuts also, you know. Jimmy Crute, obviously a huge favorite here, minus 285 right now. Prachniow plus 245. Yeah, man, what do you think?
It's kind of like the fight last week. I want to say I wish Jimmy Crute was an underdog. Like he's like Jake Matthews kind of type dude. Last time he was winning the fight and then ended up losing. I want to say right, Jimmy Crute.
He's fought Bellato and there was a majority draw.
I remember he was like winning in the beginning, then he kind of gassed and Bellato started like cracking him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Crute on here. No hot take. Prachniow is like sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
Shogun, right?
Yep, he beat he beat a lot of random ass people. No, not Shogun. He beat Khalil Roundtree.
Shogun beat him? Am I tripping?
I don't even see. I gotta look way back. I don't think he fought. Let me keep looking before I. Yeah, he didn't fight Shogun. That's another probably European dude, but he did beat Khalil Roundtree in 2021. That's a big win. And then every other win is sketches like William Knight, Devin Clark. Ike Villanueva. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean he's in good shape and he's been better, but he just he lost to Bukowskis recently, and I think Jimmy Crute, you know, he's been a little overrated in the past, but because he's on a fight, was it 2 draws and 3 losses in the last 5 fights, so it's not sexy, not good, but the people he's fighting are much higher level overall, I would say. And he used to be a big prospect. This is kind of his like second run, like resurgence. He said he changed his training up a little bit. You remember he had like injuries a lot too, like on his knee and shit. That was another big issue he had as well. So I like Jimmy Crute here. I mean, greasy parlay piece, minus 285. There are holes in his game, but he's just superior, man. And unless he gets knocked out or something, I don't see him losing to Prachniow here. Yeah. Next up, man, we got Adam Fugit against Islam Dulatov at 170. This is probably like, I don't know why it's not earlier in the card, but Adam Fugit plus 425, Dulatov minus 600, man. Kind of crazy. I'll just start with this, man. No hot take from me. I mean, I don't like this matchup. I'm going to pick Dulatov, but he's straight from the Contender Series. He did look good, but at the same time, Adam Fugit has a lot more experience. So kind of disrespectful, but they always do this, right? Like the hot prospect against the mid-level, guy. Sorry, I don't know why. I hate Tapology, man. I'm looking at Tapology and it's fucking giving me hella ads, bro. I couldn't even get out of. But yeah, Fugit's 36 years old. Most recently won a split decision against Josh Quinlan Bushido, who was on roids. And then before that, lost to Mike Mallet. So, I think the odds are maybe a little wide, but they're close to what I would think it is. I think Dulatov's probably like a minus 400. So, yeah, I'm going Dulatov. What do you think?
too.
Dooley with the Thule. Yeah, man. I don't know why.
Yeah, he was on that one little run where he kind of, but I feel like it's too long
It's too
in the
late.
tooth now.
Yeah, and then this new guy coming up, ready to go, young cat, 10 years difference. So that's a big deal, 10 years is a lot. Next up, man, we got actually a banger here of some. I don't know why these guys are so high up on the card. Maybe they should rearrange some of this, but we got Atiba Gautier against Robert Valentine from the Ultimate Fighter. Gutierrez from Cameroon, and he's this swole ass African guy, only 23 years old, 6'4" monster. And he most recently made his debut against Jose Medina as a huge favorite, knocked him out as he should. Yeah, man, I wouldn't even say. I think the line is probably justified a little bit. This guy's the real truth. He's minus 550. Valentine is plus 400. I try to make a case for Robert Valentine because he's still pretty beasty. But you remember most recently he lost a split decision by Torres Finney, right? Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that. And then before that he lost to Ryan Loder. So yeah, man, I think it's gonna be another one. I think they're using this guy unfortunately as a jobber. And I think they're just feeding dude because this guy's literally crazy. Like Valentine's like mentally crazy, and then that's why he needs to fight. So he's probably down to take any fight. And he also got a belly button tattoo, so no go on my money there. So I'm going the African guy Gautier as a parlay piece.
Same.
Yeah.
Good.
I bet you I'm gonna look up the knockout right here inside the distance. It's gonna be still juice. Oh yeah, my knockout is minus 265. Crazy. So they're thinking this is gonna end real quick for a dude. Maybe the first round. Next up, man, we got Francisco Prado against Nikolai Veretikanov. You got Prado, slight favorite. I think money's been coming in on him. He's minus. Where am I at here? Oh, he's minus 145 right now. Nikolai is plus 125. Any thoughts on this matchup?
Not really. I like the odds though. Not too much like crazy ass. You know what I mean? Like some of these other fights on here, but I'm gonna have to go with Francisco Prado.
Yep. Just so we know too, this is actually his first fight at 170. I want to say. Yep.
He's coming
Last
down,
fight.
going up.
Oh no, this is his second fight. I'm tripping. So this is his second fight at 170. So he's going up. He was at 155 against Zellhuber, and then most recently he lost to Jake Matthews by decision. Yeah, I mean,
Give me his value on that. Who's
Verikanov is he's from where is this? Kazakhstan. 12-6. He's actually 35 years old. Most recently he lost to Austin Vanderford, and then he lost to Danny Barlow in a close fight. So he could strike, and then he lost to Michael Morales in Contender Series.
Damn, I guess there's
Yeah.
there's juice on this guy for sure. Cause yeah, Prado he lost to like whatever. Who did he lose to?
He lost to Austin or Jake Matthews, Daniel Zellhuber. That's pretty good. And then your boy Jamie Malarkey.
Oh yeah, and then against Paige Van Zandt's dude, right? You said.
No, that was the other guy. Nikolai lost to Paige Van Zandt's dude,
Oh,
Austin Vanderford.
Let's get this fight right here.
Yeah, yeah. This I had an opinion, so I haven't bet this one yet. But originally, when I looked at it, right, I like Prado here. I just think he's over 10 years. He's like 12 years younger. But the thing is, I haven't bet it because like Vedekov looked decent in his losses, even against Barlow, and he could strike. So that's the one thing. It's like Prado's not really a wrestler, so he's gonna want to stand and strike. And Prado, he wasn't even big for 155. So I don't know him going to 170. You know what I mean? Like he's still not big. He's gonna be even smaller, and like his arms are short.
Yeah, you can't count out them Kazakhstans too. Them motherfuckers scrap.
Yeah. So I guess for the pick, I'm picking Prado, and I really want to bet on him because I think the price is reasonable. But part of me is like, fuck, I'm gonna be pissed when they start matching up and like Prado can't do shit. Like, because I'm thinking in my head like, what is Prado good at? I guess power, but like his striking is not even A1.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but Verekov might be better at striking. That's the only thing. But then it's like, I need a little more plus money on Verekov because I think the Prado guy is like he's on the up, because he's young, he's getting better. You could see improvements. You're not going to see improvement in the other guy's game at 35, almost 36 years old, you know. So that's the only thing holding me back. So I guess for the show, I'm saying Prado here, but it's a little sketchy. This matchup's sketchy for sure.
I'm going with the 35-year-old.
The dog shot here. I mean, can't go wrong.
That's me out there.
Trying to learn new tricks, get better. Yeah. Next up, man, we got wow. They still got in the prelims. Though we got Marvin Vettori against Brendan Allen, all in.
Main event for the prelim, right?
Now there's one more fight after this on the prelims. Crazy.
Man,
Yeah.
I think I gotta go with the Italian Stallion for this one, man. Like, he's due for a win. His return fight against Dolita was pretty close. It was a tough fight, but
Arguably he lost though, in my opinion.
no, yeah, for sure. But he put up a fight though. But I think like Brendan Allen, he's been kind of on the decline lately, so we'll see. This is a good fight for Brendan Allen too to get a dub again, which is why he's a favorite. But yeah, I think I'm going with Vittoria.
Yeah, he's minus 200, minus 205-ish. Earlier, he was like bigger favorite. So this one money on Vettori. Vettori plus 175, and I think I'm with you here as far as value goes. I hate Marvin Vettori, but like you can't deny who he's fought, his resume. You can't deny any of that stuff. So, and all in, I'm a fan of Brendan Allen. So shout outs to him. He actually signed one of my gloves. But I was a fan on him before. He fought some good competition. He lost to Anthony Hernandez by decision and then Imamov by decision. So, one thing I could say is he is durable and he's willing to take punishment, but that's also a problem. I think obviously he's more of a BJJ guy as opposed to wrestling, whereas Marvin Vettori is going to be wrestling. He's going to be that Roman Greco, that grappling. Yeah, man, I just think the value is there. Marvin Vettori's fought even bigger names. And at one point, like, people were talking about a possible title contention, type of guy. And he's just been kind of only losing to, look at the people he lost to. Obviously, Roman Dolidze, but before that, Jared Cannonier, Robert Whitaker, Israel Adesanya, bro. Israel Adesanya again. Like, those are the type of people he's really losing to. But he's not consistent. And another thing is, I don't like his pillow fists. I feel like he has pillow fists. Do you not think? Like, he's not a knockout guy. Yeah.
He don't get knocked out either. He's never been knocked out.
Yep. I think this is going by decision here. Yeah, I like Vettori at the value price. I think he's gonna put up a fight, and I think the odds may end up a little closer. Vettori by decision is plus 235. I want a little more than that, but that's the way I'll be looking. Yeah, with Brendan Allen, maybe if you like Brendan Allen, you got to go with the decision by plus 105. I think that's something that's probably better than minus 200. I just don't want to lay Brendan Allen as a favorite. I think that shit's ass. So, yeah, I've done it before, right? That's how I know, okay? And it's not cool. I think I remember this. I remember I went to, what's that hotel? The Superbook, Westgate, right? In 2021. I think that was when I first started moving out here and to Vegas. And I bet Brendan Allen against Chris Curtis here. I remember this. And Brendan Allen was like a big favorite against Chris Curtis, bro. And I had him in a parlay, and of course, I lost. and then he went on a winning streak right after that. Like, after that, he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fights in a row after that. And he beat Chris Curtis after that.
He's like on a 3-fight losing streak.
Yep, 2-fight losing streak for sure. And then he just lost a grappling match to Kyle Barajo, which is understandable.
Yeah, I mean, he's a favorite, so,
Yeah.
he'll win, but I feel like there's a value on Vittoria to try to get a decision.
For sure. I think this should be almost like closer to pick'ems, or like if Allen's a favorite, it's a small favorite.
Because they both don't have that knockout like that, power like that. I mean, Brendan Allen probably got some TKOs, but he's not flatlining like that into Vittoria's never been knocked out. And I feel like Allen's grappling Vittoria, that's not going to be really like the issue with him like that, I feel like.
Yeah, I think Vettori could handle it.
He's a good, like, keep away, like, not get taken down like that. So I
Yeah.
feel like just whoever can win the stand-up, man, I think
And Allen doesn't take people down. Like he's good at jujitsu, but he doesn't go and do offensive wrestling just to take people. He likes to stand and strike,
Just
and that's kind of
fucked up though. He started turning to
yeah. Well, desperation when you start getting woozy, then you're gonna have to. But like I think you could get him to play a game of getting into just striking, and not utilize any of his ground game. So next up, man, we got the main event of the prelims. We got Kyler the Matrix Phillips here against Vinicius Oliveira, the up and coming man here with some nasty knockouts. He just beat Nurmagomedov Syed and then beat Ricky Simone. And then he's known for that viral flying knee on Sopaj. And Kyler Phillips, man, this guy's lightweight like Asian Jesus. 12-3. He's 30 years old, man, but his striking is beautiful, but he just lost to Rob Font. And then before that, beat kind of old people, Pedro Munoz, Rayoni Barcelos, so stuff like that. So, I mean, and here's the crazy part. I mean, the odds aren't even that crazy. We got Oliveira now minus 155, 160.
like minus 180 the other day. So
Yep. Money's been coming in. Kyler Phillips now a plus 135, plus 140. And some of that money's mine, man. I'll go with this, man. I think I'm gonna fade the hype train, man. I think Kyler Phillips, everyone's off the train. Everyone's on the Vinicius train, which I think he is good. Obviously, athletically, he's amazing. I think that presents value here, man. I think skill for skill, Phillips has this this style that I think people sleep on. And I think I'm always trying to fade, the big hype, unless it's Aspinall. I like Aspinall. But yeah, man. Who do you like in here, man?
Yeah, man. I gotta go with
Vincenzo.
I feel like the speed is gonna be better for him. He throws the crazy stuff. And with Kyler taking the L to Rob Font, which Rob Font's my boy, but
He's old.
yeah, he's getting older, and then he was a big favorite for that fight as well. Kyler was.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also, he's coming off not like recent, but like a few years ago, the roids and stuff like that. So, I gotta go with the Brazilian acai juice.
Acai.
What's him by TKO, Oliveira?
Let's see, Oliveira. Where was that? Oliveira by knockout is plus 275. It's not bad, especially at a minus money. I mean, I feel like he's gonna be able to do a highlight reel. Kyler, he's never been knocked out, but there's a first time for everything. Obviously, we got to see the weight cut. That's another thing I want to see for Kyler. But I already fired some on this. I just think the line is just too much moved because, like you mentioned earlier, Kyler Phillips is always the favorite, usually like a big favorite. And now he's like, I think this is one of the first times he's an underdog. Rightfully so, I would say. But next up, man, we're getting to the main card here. We got a continuous of fire fights, but the opening of the main card, we got Michael Johnson against Daniel Zellhuber at 155, man. What a difference in age. Another one that's like 39-year-old Michael Johnson against 26-year-old Daniel Zellhuber. Newly 26-year-old. He just turned 26 last week. So, yeah, I mean, the odds say it all. Zellhuber minus 600. Michael Johnson plus 425. What do you think, man?
Johnson's been on a little resurgence, which I like. He's been winning a couple fights lately, but that chin is like, I don't know. I don't think it's there. It's been not there no more. But I'm rooting for Michael Johnson, but I'm gonna go on Zell Pooper, even though he fucked me at the Sphere.
Against Ribovic?
Yeah, against Ribovic's Gringo. But what's Zell Huber by knockout and the under?
The under is at 1.5. Under is plus 170. Right. And then Zellhuber by KO is plus 185.
Damn, I'll take
that. Might be good. Yeah, I like that one because
they've been talking shit too.
Oh, that's good. Zellhuber actually has never gotten a knockout yet in the UFC.
What the fuck?
Well, he's only had 5 fights in the UFC, and then 6 if you can include the series. But he has 1 submission in the UFC. Every other knockout has been in the minor leagues, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, I like this guy. I mean, I like Zellhuber here. Yeah, is minus 600 probably a little much, maybe, but not far off, not far off because I think he's rightfully a huge favorite. Way younger, way more potential, even off a loss. Michael Johnson's super skilled and great, but like you said, that chin, bro. And Zellhuber's proven to have a chin, you know? So, yep. And he has that Mexican fighting spirit.
Michael Johnson went into this year as a young guy and is now an old man.
Yeah, with mileage, bro. Mileage for sure. So I'm with you, and I like that sprinkle, like you said, on the knockout as well. I think that this might be the first time Zellhuber gets his finally knockout because he throws bombs. He can throw power.
It's always a fight with him.
Yeah, so I'm going Zellhuber here. Like you said, no hot take. I just can't see Michael Johnson winning. I mean, he has a puncher's chance, but outside of that, I mean, what else is going to happen? So
he has wrestling, but he likes to sprawl. He likes to brawl.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got another banger here. We got the smaller guys. We got Dan Ige against Patricio Pitbull at 145. And then you actually got Ige, who's usually an underdog, but now a favorite, minus 200. Pitbull, plus 170. Yeah, what do you think here?
Man, I thought Ige got lucky in his last fight with that decision. He won it in the last round, you could say, against Sean Gibson. But man, if you look at Patricio's last fight in the UFC, you're like, damn,
look like shit.
But that was against a younger, taller guy. You know what I mean?
Yair.
Yeah, I feel like Ige at least they're the same height. But then, how old is Ige?
33, turning 34, and the other dude's 38.
Oh yeah, see. And the thing is, this is his second fight. He might be a little better. I don't know. I kind of just want to go for Pitbull, but I'm kind of thinking Ige. What's Ige by knockout?
Let's see. Ige knockout is plus 275.
Man, yeah. I think Ige's gonna win, but I'm gonna just pick Pitbull. I don't know if I'm gonna bet on it though.
Yeah, this one's. I've been going back and forth, bro. Like Ige did take some money. He was a smaller favorite before. He's like minus 175 or something like that earlier in the week or last week. And I like Ige, and I think he wins. But I also think it's because Pitbull just looks so shitty, so it's easy to say that, right? But now you're getting Pitbull at plus 170, and I'm like, okay, Ige's always been the underdog, and that's why he looks so great, like the value, even in his losses. But like you said, like Ige, I feel like it's just like a punch. Like all he does is going to be punching and puncher's chance, and even though he's the favorite, whereas Pitbull, now it's like you get him at 170 because you got to remember at let's see, when Pitbull fought, what's his name? Fought Yair, right? He was plus 140. So you're telling me that would Yair be a favorite against Dan Ige or would be an underdog? I don't think so. Yair would definitely be the favorite against Dan Ige if they matched up right now. I'm not a huge favorite, but I think he's going to be the favorite. So you're telling me you can't put Pitbull and say that Pitbull's going to be a bigger underdog against Dan Ige versus Yair Rodriguez. That's the only thing holding me back. Do I think Dan Ige should be the favorite? Yes, 100%. But I just think that maybe it gets to the point where now you're talking about minus 200 or more, sketches me out with Dan Ige. Although we all love him, right? From the Diego Lopez, 3-hour notice fight. That was amazing. But yeah, I guess for the sake of the value and betting and just the pick here, I think Pitbull. I'm going Pitbull here. Plus 170, not with the huge confidence, but I just think the value's there. And if he doesn't win, then maybe his time's over. Maybe he just needs to be like, okay, I'm Brazilian Michael Chandler. So I'm out. See you at the top. But that's about it. Yeah, because I think this is a big fight for Pitbull, man. Because if he can't win and you're at this age and you're in UFC, it's like, what are you doing? What are you gonna do? Just teach classes. So yeah, I'm with you there. You think his brother's gonna come over here?
No, I think his brother's might be done.
That other brother is the older or younger brother? Younger, right?
Younger, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's more done than Patricio.
He had like hella fights.
Yeah,
And then
he's still fighting. Huh?
The thing is, he wasn't winning as much. He's not as much of a winner as this one. This
Yeah,
is
no,
like,
Patricio's fought everyone.
he's low key
Not,
considered like a goat. You know what I mean?
yeah, like one of the goats of like the guys that haven't gone to the UFC yet before this,
So I never
for
fought in
sure.
the UFC, but like as a fighter.
No, I agree. Like when I was watching Bellator a lot, like he's like the man over. He's like the guy. And like if you remember, I think it was what's his name never beat him, right? Michael Chandler. Yeah, every time Chandler comes in, just loses to Pitbull every time, and then even AJ McKee lost, and AJ McKee had a real run too over in Bellator. He was like low key, like what's his name? The guy that just was disappointing from Bellator. Patchy. I'll tell you. Next up, man, we got another old school banger for some people. Kevin Holland against D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. And Holland, huge ass favorite. Minus 420, 450 now. A-Rod, or not A-Rod. Shout out to my boy A-Rod. D-Rod plus 350, man. I mean, you got a hot take on this, or?
No hot take. Should be Holland should take this easy. Is this at 180 though, right?
No, 170.
Oh yeah, 170 Holland, bro. He's on the shit. What's the TKO or submission under all the props?
Oh yeah, all the props. Okay, well we got the under is at 2.5 at minus 165. Kind of like that. You got Holland by KO plus 195. Holland by sub plus 285. And Holland inside the distance is minus 155.
Yeah, I like Holland by finish of somewhat.
Some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I like it too. I just don't know if he's gonna knock him out or he's gonna sub him. It's a little hard with Kevin because you know he could do both, and he has done both. But yeah, it's hard to see him not win this. Like even if his mental isn't all there, I think he can still win, and that's one of the rare situations.
The thing is, Holland at 170 is usually solid because he has to be dialed in because he has to make weight.
Yeah, and then D-Rod's one dimensional. I mean, he's old too, and he didn't look that great.
He's just straight up Mexican fighter, just out there to scrap, bro. That's all he does.
Yeah, and he actually is on a 2-fight win streak. He beat Ponzinibbio and then Alex Morono.
You know?
So yeah, but I think Kevin Holland probably beats both of those guys, maybe at the same time. So
if they can stay standing, I think maybe Holland by TKO or something.
yeah, I'm with you there. I think he is going to knock him out because it's going to play into his style. Because D-Rod's not going to grapple. Like D-Rod will get knocked out before he even grapples. Yeah, so I'm with you. Parlay piece also. I like Kevin Holland as a greasy parlay piece as well.
Co-main event, right?
Yeah. Let me double check on that. Yeah, no, it's the third to last fight, which leads us to the co-main event here. We got Borrachinha, Paulo Costa against Roman Kopylov. So we haven't seen Paulo Costa in a long time, man. Fool never fights. This guy, 34 years old.
Sean Strickland, right?
Yeah, last fight he lost a split decision against Sean Strickland. And then before that, lost to Robert Whittaker. That was middle of last year. So it's been a year since he's fought. And he hasn't been active at all. A lot of canceled fights. So we don't even know what he's doing, what kind of headspace he's in. Whereas Roman Kopylov, also 34, but really starting to find his stride and been winning. He only lost to Anthony Hernandez. Outside of that, he's been knocking fools out. Yeah, good close fight. Chris Curtis, he knocked out Cesar Almeida. He won by split and was able to be durable. That's another piece of the puzzle for me is like Kopylov is such a durable guy. And right now he's minus 225. Paulo Costa about plus 190 or so. So
Let's go with the secret juice, bro. Paulo Costa, let's go.
Hey, I haven't bet on this fight yet, and I'm still confused because like I thought it was gonna be closer, and I thought there would be value on Kopylov because I thought they're like it's Paulo Costa, but they got him as an underdog. Yeah, minus 220 sketches me out. He is definitely to me better and more active in like his reach.
Pick him though, still, because like even Paulo Costa, like even though he hasn't fought in a while, like he's never getting like beat down like that or losing like well he is losing like by points, but never like
He doesn't get finished easily all the time.
Fucked up. Yeah, who finished him? Just Izzy, right?
Yeah, in the humping session. Yeah, I mean he's been losing, but just Izzy. Other than that, he's never been knocked out.
Also, said, he's barely fighting. Maybe now he's like healed up. This thing, that's a big yoke guy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of injuries have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going with the value, going with the secret juice, going for the throwback. You know me, I like to bet on the comeback. If he does fuck up here, then I know he's dead to me.
he's over with.
Just dead now. So yeah, I'm betting on the second little run for Borrachinha.
Yeah, and he was around similar price against Sean Strickland. He was about minus 200 plus two or plus
Yeah, but see,
200.
look, Strickland, who's been fighting the top fives, though. You know what I mean? Kopylov
That's true.
hasn't been fighting people like that.
Yeah, no, he's not on the same level. He was plus 170 against Whitaker, and like that's a big name, right?
Even the Chris Curtis fight was kind of controversy with Kopylov, I want to say.
Yeah, and then here we go. Against Marvin Vittori, he was a plus 165. That's kind of crazy.
Paulo Costa?
Yeah, Paulo Costa against Vittori. If I put Paulo Costa against Vittori right now, I don't think that Paulo Costa is plus 165. To be honest,
That gotta be a pick'em.
and then you got against Israel only a plus 160. Damn, that was a good night. Damn, they're putting Israel like. See, that's value when you just start looking at the names and you start looking at the odds. It's like, why are they? And you compare the fights together, and you're like, God damn, what the fuck? How's all the same price, bro? They're not like each other. So I'm with you, man. I think I haven't bet this, so I'm still thinking about it. But value-wise, I can't deny it. You know, Costa, the value, he probably shouldn't be this big of a dog. He shouldn't be a favorite by any means, I don't think. But, yeah, I think this getting a little too wide here. And me laying with Kopylov. Kopylov is good and up and coming, but yeah, he's still 34 at the end of the day. So it's not like he's brand new and like up and coming. It's just that he's finally catching his stride right now. But yeah, so for betting purposes, I'm going to say Costa. Who do I think wins? Kopylov, obviously. I think he's more skilled. But yeah, Costa's always in the fight. He has the power, and then he never gets knocked out, really. So I'm with you there. Next up, man, we got the co-main event. We got... Oh, that was a co-main event. I'm high. We got the main event, the BMF title. We got the Bless Express, Max Holloway against Dustin the Diamond Poirier in his retirement fight in his hometown, New Orleans, Louisiana. Man, this is kind of crazy. At 155, though, you got to remember, it's not at 145 anymore. And this is the trilogy. Max is 0-2 against Dustin Poirier, and they're fighting again here. I think they fought 6 years ago, back in 2019. And that was at 155. But you got to remember that Holloway was just moving up for that fight. The fight before, the fight after at 145.
The fight was a week notice because it was supposed to be Khabib versus Poirier, but Khabib pulled out the week of the fight due to some bullshit. So then Holloway pulled in right off the couch and then fought at 155. He was getting his ass kicked by the Poirier. So I think this fight I'm going with Holloway, man. Poirier, his last fight, I feel like they're hyping that up a lot. It's like, I don't know why even hyping up the last fight. Like, you're going to take an L and dip, or you're going to take a dub and dip, or whatever. But,
you're dipping either way.
Yeah, it's like whatever. So
taking the belt and going home if he wins.
Yeah, man, fuck that shit. I hope Max wins that fight. Poirier hasn't fought since the Saint Denis fight, right?
Yeah, that's definitely the last fight, which he did. Obviously, he upset
Yeah,
the. Oh no, he lost to Islam Makhachev right after.
Oh, okay, damn.
Yeah, I just had to look it up.
No, that was a battle though. That was a war.
To the 5th round, he didn't get choked out to the 5th.
He got tapped, right? Yeah, and if Islam didn't have such a cement head, he was getting hit with some shit in there. But Poirier couldn't phase him. That was a good ass fight. That should have been the last fight, but yeah, I think Max Holloway. It's for the BMF belt. Yeah, I think Holloway got this, man. Back at 155. This is coming after the Poirier fight, right?
Yeah, right after that. I think, that was the last time Max fought.
Yeah, I'm going with Max. He was the underdog like a few weeks ago. Now it's like minus 135. Yeah, I got to go.
Hell yeah.
I've never been a Poirier guy either. He's never been like somebody I root for. Like, I know why people like him and shit, but he just never been my guy. I started maybe rooting for him at the end of his career.
Yeah, early in his
Conor
career.
Fights, I was going for Conor and shit, and I never go for Conor either. So, like, Yep. I gotta
Yeah, man. I'm a fan of both. Obviously, Dustin Poirier. He's fought, and both these guys fought the who's, but especially Poirier. He's been in the sport even longer. So good on him. I was one of the people that I actually bet this 2-3 weeks ago because I'm actually going to be watching that from one of the sports books and stuff with my homie. So I was like, okay, this is. I had to look at the card early, and I was like, okay, this is the one bet that kind of stuck out to me is Max Holloway as an underdog. Slight dog. I think it was like plus 110, and then I fired again at plus 100. And I still think now he's all the way to minus 130, 35. Poirier's plus 115. It's getting close to that level of like, okay, maybe there's value on Poirier now. But yeah, I like Max Holloway here. Max Holloway, max bet. We're going in there with the main event. I still like him all the way to minus even 150. I think the line should be around minus 150, 160. I don't know anything about the total. Some of my homies, I have one homie talking to me. He was like, "Oh, what do you think about the under? Right? Then like someone's gonna finish someone." But at the same time, I'm like, these guys have also shown to be very durable, even though they've been finished before. So, and then what I noticed on the last fight 6 years ago was that Max had the volume. We already know Max has the volume in comparison, but the power came from Poirier, right? So every time Poirier was hitting him, it was really like showed more. Just like kind of what we talk about with the Max Griffin fight versus Chris Curtis, right? It's like volume versus like just power, and who's putting more damage in. And then from a numbers perspective, this also stuck out to me a little bit. Is you got Max Holloway last time he fought, what's his name, Dustin Poirier. The first time they fought, he was like brand new, right? So he's a big underdog. Yeah, plus 425 against Poirier, and Poirier was already catching fire at that time. That was back in 2012. That was a long time ago. And then now you got the most recent one, which is 2019, and Max was actually minus 265 favorite. That's crazy. And you said he just jumped up short notice, went up to 155.
That's also because Holloway was on such a like tear at that time. He was like going
Big streak. I think it was like a 8-fight or more win streak.
Yep.
Something like crazy. Yeah, and then now you got, like I said, almost like at one point a pick'ems in this fight. And now money's coming in on Max, and I think rightfully so. I think also the intangibles I was thinking of and talking with other people is like when people fight in their hometown for at least UFC is different than other sports. Other sports, home court, home field, you get an advantage. I actually think now, the longer I've been betting on MMA, I think the home field thing does not apply, right? I think it's too much pressure.
Curse.
Yeah, it's a negative because it's just so much pressure. You get extra media. You get your families and friends asking shit.
The only time it's usually like worth it if it's like the whole card is from that area.
Yeah, and then more people win.
When it's a Canada card, or even though sometimes even those cards are bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better though. Like, I know they're gonna be going crazy for Poirier out there. I think they're saying that he was trying to get Lil Wayne to walk out with him. So
That'd be sick.
yeah,
That'd be super sick.
They've never done that yet.
Yeah, I support that. But yeah, I think that's going to be kind of like you're around your friends and family, your retirement fight. It's a lot of pressure. And then you got to think about all the people like just constantly talking to you, constantly asking you questions, constantly just being on top of your families around. No, like just everything's going on, bro. Like,
what's Poirier by like
New Orleans? Huh? Poirier by knockout. That's a good question. Where are we here? Hey, by the way, I didn't even mean to wear this New Orleans shirt. I just put it on, and now I thought about it. It's like, oh shit, it's a New Orleans card. Yeah, let's go.
It's expensive too.
Yeah, in New Orleans, man, that's crazy. Dustin Poirier by KO's plus 240.
Yeah, I mean that might be value if he goes out there and just lets it hang, just don't give a fuck.
He got power.
For the fences. Yeah, I mean, you watch that second fight. All his shots against Max are like Max is stopping in his tracks. I remember I was like, God damn, because I was going for Max for that fight, but. Yeah, that was a bad fight.
But what do you think that Max now? He's permanently at 155. He's fought Gagey.
Yeah. He'll be way better now. That was just like I said, a week of.
Yeah.
He was on a tear at 145. He filled in for the 155 belt. Yeah.
You think it's more durable now too? Because if you could take a punch from Gagey, you could for sure take a. But arguably, these are the two top boxers, right?
Yeah, but Sketch too. We don't know how they're both coming out. Poirier's coming off of a war with Islam. And then Max is coming off getting slept by Topuria
Yeah.
at a lower weight class, but you see how they bounce back from that. You know what I mean?
I remember us talking about that too with Max going. He went to 155. He went down again to 145 in that time, right?
Yeah, so I said I don't like it. After he looked hella good at 155, and then you beat Justin Gaethje, the number one contender, and then you fucking go back to Skeletor life, and then
Yeah,
go
no.
Topuria, and then get knocked out. So yeah, man, I'm going with Max Bliss. The island, Hawaii, bruh.
Hawaii, bro. Yeah, yeah, brother. Get your spam masubis. Get your fucking.
Ryan Span.
But yeah, man. What do we got for the best bet? I think we got to carry some momentum and get a big win week.
Yeah, man, I think I'm gonna do off the rip. Fuck it, Borrachini,
Ooh, we got Borrachini.
Paulo Costa,
Big plus money.
big plus money. Then I want to do another underdog. Who was it? Damn, it was somebody else. Oh yeah, Marvin Vittori.
Well, that's a good one. Vittori
Italian
plus
Dream.
175.
And then we'll do like a parlay with Atiba Gautier,
Hey.
Jimmy Crute, Carly Judas, and Kevin Holland.
Yeah, I'm on that similar vibes for sure. On that greasy.
That Grease one right there, and then we'll do a fucking straight up Max Holloway.
Holloway, the best is bless. All right, I got some similar vibes here for me, man. I'm starting off with the main event. Like I said, I already bet on him. Max bet for Max. I'm going with Holloway as well. And then my other one here. What was the other one I liked? Oh, Kyler Phillips. I fired on that one already. And then I'll go over my greasy. I'll do a greasy one with Holland, Judice. Like you said, Crute. Actually, I'll save Crute with another one. So I'll go Judice, Holland. What was the other one? Oh, yeah, Gautier. So similar to your thing. Should I add one more to that? Because these are too greasy. Oh, Zellhuber. And then for my last play, I'm also going to do another greasy. I like some favorites on this card. I'm going, hold your nose, Ryan Spann. I like Ryan Spann. And I like him with. I'm gonna put Jimmy Crute with him. Two guys that could potentially be disappointing.
That's a let you down parlay.
Yeah, it could be real good or real bad. But I like to pair those two together. So those are gonna be my plays, man, for this week. That's for the early looks. But I like this card. It's gonna be good from betting to watching to all that. So shout outs to y'all, man.
Next couple months are some solid pay-per-views.
PFL on this week too. Saturday as well is going to be the South Africa card, and you're going to have like Johnny Eblin on it, Dakota Ditcheva. She's the co-headliner. So I don't even think the odds came out for that, or else I would talk to you about it. But that's crazy. They don't even got the odds out, so I'm concerned. I think they're going to have Ditcheva as like minus 1,000. Unfortunately, let's mark my words. If she's like minus 300, 400, I'm betting on it straight up. For minus, she should be minus like 800 to 1,000 against Anaba here, and I like Anaba too, but it's the same style as her, so I think it's not a good match. So yeah, and then what else? WNBA All Stars. I know this is an MMA show, but shout outs to WNBA All Stars, MLB All Stars going on too right now this week. So we got a lot of Manny Pacquiao fighting. Usyk fighting for boxing, for those boxing fans. I'm not betting on Manny Pacquiao. I'm just telling you that. He's the underdog, but not by that much. He's like plus 2 something, surprisingly. So probably going to bet on the other guy. And then Usyk, slight favorite as well on the heavyweight. against Du Bois. I'm not a big. I don't know how his name, but I've heard of him.
Daniel Dubois. Or
Dubois. Dubois. It's probably Dubois from France. French Canadian or some shit or.
He's from like London.
Oh, okay. Black dude, right?
Yeah, he's coming off a big win off of Anthony Joshua, where he was a big underdog.
Oh, that's where I seen him. I watched him. Okay. Well, Usyk's different, so.
Yeah, boxing got some good matches coming up too. They just had a good weekend as well.
Mm-hmm.
The fight was going viral. Berlanga got knocked the fuck out.
Damn. Jake Paul was fighting the other week. Serrano lost.
Man, again, that sucks. So sad. But yeah, hey, summertime fights have been decent. Can't even front.
It's a lot going on, man. So appreciate y'all. Hopefully we continue this this positivity, and then we come back blessed. But till then, peace out, y'all. Smoke out.